Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Your game is coming up next. But here's some information from the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
6 easy ways to become an MVP. And by MVP, we mean most valuable parent. Like all of us, the parents of high school athletes tend to protect their children from adversity, or they overly involve themselves by advocating for their success. But when they do, they're negating the value of participating in high school sports. Among other lessons, high school sports teach teenagers to take nothing for granted, how to overcome obstacles, and that an extraordinary commitment of time and effort is required in order to reach goals and experience achievement. High school sports also encourage independence and self-sufficiency, attributes that are needed to be successful in life. It's natural for parents to love their children, and it's important to support them in as many ways as possible. With this in mind, here are 6 easy ways that you can be the MVP of your child's high school team. Number 1, attend your children's games as often as possible. Nothing demonstrates interest and involvement more than being there. And be sure to invite Grandma and Grandpa to come along with you. Number 2, cheer for all the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for your child's team. Does a teammate need help with transportation? Is the team trying to raise money for new uniforms? Is someone needed to organize a pizza party before the tournament starts? Maybe you can help. Number 4, try not to criticize the coach or the officials in front of your child. Hey, you're human, and there may be times when you need to vent, but be careful when and to whom you do it. Criticizing the coaching staff undermines its credibility and tends to put your child in the middle. And games are seldom won or lost because of an official's call. Remember, coaches and officials are objective. Most parents are not. Empower your child to talk with the coach about concerns. Everybody wants more playing time, and understandably so. But encourage your children to have that conversation with their coaches instead of you doing it for them. Giving teenagers the confidence and conviction to speak up for themselves is one of the greatest benefits of participating in high school sports. Number 6, focus on the life lessons your children are learning, not on win-loss records or how many points they're scoring. According to the NC2A, only about 2% of all high school athletes win a sports scholarship, and the average value of it is less than $11,000. But every child will benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Good evening. Welcome to Covenant Christian Basketball. right here on the network of Indiana SRN. I'm Bill Ludlow, along with my partner tonight, Justin Griffith, and we have Covenant Christian taking on the Scecina Crusaders. The Crusaders coming in with a record of 3-5 on the year. The Warriors of Covenant Christian are coming in with a record of 7-0. They just finished up the Moorestown tournament over the Christmas break, and Covenant Christian won that tournament by defeating South Ripley 69-52, Lawrenceburg 85-58, and then South Dearborn 86-68. And with that, Covenant Christian put 3 players on the all-tournament team at Moorestown. I bring in my partner for tonight, Justin Griffith. And Justin, we're in for a ball game tonight.
We sure are, Bill, and it's going to be a heck of a game. You mentioned Covenant Christian comes in at 7-0. I really want to touch on that tournament just very quickly, because in the second game of the tournament against Lawrenceburg, Covenant Christian's Trey Flatt broke the 1,000-point mark of his career. So big congratulations to Trey Flatt. Not only that, but like you mentioned, he was one of those 3 Covenant Christian Warriors that made the all-tournament team. And it's going to be really big to see how they come out of the Christmas break. You know, they just won a tournament, and this screams trap game because they have a very good university team coming up on the 7th. And Scecina, not a terrible record, but this just screams trap game to me.
Yeah, you know, you look at the Crusaders, and a few years ago we covered the Scecina Crusaders, and, they had, good team back then when we covered them. And you're right, Justin, they're not a bad team, but they got to learn to take care of the ball and don't commit turnovers. I mean, how many times throughout our broadcast career have we said, don't commit turnovers? You limit your turnovers, you can come out with a victory. So with Scecina coming in here with their head coach is Scott Miller, and Scott's in his 3rd year at Scecina. He's 14-41, and, he's got the ball players. But again, you got to limit your turnovers.
Well, and again, it really comes down to, you mentioned limiting the turnovers. They had a big problem against Park Tudor in Franklin County, but they were able to kind of shore that up a little bit in their last game on December 30th against Traders Point, where they won 54-39. But again, 3 wins on Coach Miller's season so far. They beat Manual, they beat Speedway, and then Traders Point. Again, that Speedway win was really impressive to me because it was a close contest, and that's really what you kind of get out of your team is, can you win those close contests and limit your turnovers?
Yeah, and we'll switch back real quick. We'll talk about the other players that made that all-tournament team. It was Trey Flatt, it was Michael Wilson, and Brock Buckley was the other person. You talked about that Lawrenceburg game that Covenant Christian played. Trey Flatt had a total of 52 points that night. 11 3-pointers by Trey Flatt. And with that, Trey Flatt is now the all-time leading 3-point leader for this Covenant Christian Ball Club. Not only does he do it on the football field, Trey also does it on the basketball floor.
Yeah, I mean, we say that he broke 1,000 points. He's now the all-time leading Covenant Christian 3-point shooter. What more can this kid do in his last year as a Covenant Christian Warrior? And it's going to be a very good matchup here again tonight as they take on the Scecina Memorial Crusaders.
You know, the Covenant Christian Warriors are coached by Scott Flatt. He's 173 and 173 in his 16th year at Covenant Christian. And, you know, this Covenant Christian Warrior Ball Club. They've got players on the basketball team that also played on that state championship football team, which went undefeated. I think that's carried over to the basketball floor, Justin.
I think you're right there, Bill. It kind of reminds me a couple of years ago when, just bump it up 5 classes, where Warren Central did the same thing, go undefeated in the football season, win the state championship, I think they went mostly undefeated against in the basketball in the basketball tournament and winning the state tournament there.
Yes.
I have to double check because I remember David Bell, who's now at Purdue, was one of those guys that did it both. He played football and he played basketball. Fun fact, he still has an open invitation to join the Boilers on the hardwood.
Okay. All right.
Coach Painter said while he was doing his visits that he has an open invitation anytime he wants to join them on the hardwood.
You talk about, that Warren Central Ball Club. You're right. They went to state championship in football. They did it in basketball. And I think that same year, the girls also won the state championship.
Yeah.
So a 3-state championship for the Warren Central Warriors. Now, as you look on, your screen.
Now can Covenant do the same thing? That's the biggest thing is.
If I think they can.
Yeah.
They've got the players and everything. And you see the 3 players now on your screen there that made that all-tournament team. Trey Flatt, Michael Wilson, and Brock Buckley. So congratulations to the Covenant Christian Warriors for this Covenant Christian Ball Club. And we're talking right now the starting lineups for Covenant Christian. We know it's going to be Graham Shelton, Trey Flatt, Michael Wilson, Brock Buckley. We're not sure about the 5th player yet. It's a game time decision on Brian Lomax.
Yeah, and we kind of mentioned it. It's either going to be Lomax or it might be Luke Shelton. So let's find out here after the break.
We're going to take a break. You're watching Covenant Christian Basketball, powered by Indiana SRN.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Welcome back to Covenant Christian High School. Bill Ludlow, Justin Griffith with you, and we are about ready to get this ball game underway. Give you the quick starting lineup first for the Scecina Crusaders. Number 1, Keaton Thiebaud. Number 5, Mason Barol. Number 14, Jalen Long. Number 32, Layden Adair. And number 34, Josiah Smith. for your Covenant Christian Warriors. It's going to be number 3, Trey Flatt, number 20, Micah Wilson, number 22, Caleb Crane, number 23, Brock Buckley, and I believe Brian Lomax is into the lineup.
Yeah, so no Graham Shelton, Brian Lomax instead, and then Caleb Crane as well.
And the tip, and it's controlled out of bounds to the Covenant Christian Warriors. So the Warriors dressed in the home white, as you can tell, with the green numbers, and the Crusaders in the crimson with the gold numbers. Lomax with the ball. Kicks it back over to Wilson. Buckley. Up and in to Brock Buckley.
Nice little ball movement there by Wilson, and a little up and under by Brock Buckley to put the first 2 points on the board.
And here come the Warriors. They are fast or pressing, and the Crusaders were able to get the ball across, and the shot by Adair, no good. Another shot, and it's rebounded by the Warriors. Wilson, Buckley, Lomax now double teamed and kicked out of bounds by Barolt. Here's this last alley-oop for the Warriors.
And again, just simply Wilson saw Buckley cutting to the baseline and just threw it up there where only Buckley could get it, and he laid it in there very nice.
Lomax. 3 on the way, no good, and tipped and rebounded, and there's Trey Flatt. Put it up and in for his first 2 points. And on the year for the Warriors, they're averaging 18 points in the first quarter.
And a quick turnover, yeah.
And the Crusaders, they're only averaging 8 points in the first quarter of the start, for the year. So, the Warriors, they like to press, they like to force the turnovers, and then go down at the other end, transition, and score points. Lomax. Shot was blocked. 3 on the way by Caleb Crane. And just like that, the Warriors are off to a 7-0 run. 3 on the way by Long, and it finally gets the Crusaders on the board. Trey Flatt, 3-pointer, no good. Wilson with the rebound. No good, and the rebound by Josiah Smith. And here comes that pressing defense of the Warriors, forced the turnover. Wilson puts up a shot, no good. And here they go, they're on the fast break. Lomax shot, no good. Out of bounds to the Crusaders. Fast moving for the Warriors.
Yeah, very fast moving. Also, I think they went a little bit too fast the last couple of times down the floor because they did not get great shot selections. They missed an easy layup by Wilson, and then you just saw that bad miss by Lomax. Both times they were in the fast break, and Wilson's shot was not a bad one. It just, you could have taken a couple more dribbles and gotten a higher percentage shot. Lomax, he just threw it up there just to throw it up there.
And Crane trapped, and now they said the ball went out of bounds. We're giving it to the Crusaders. And I don't know what that was about. All the players were back down at the other end of the floor, and there's a steal, but we got a foul.
High IQ play there by Trey Flatt. He saw the Crusaders player slip, went after the ball, was able to get it, but and then draw the foul.
5 was on Mason Barrio. That's a French name.
It is.
You know, I don't know my French very well, so I apologize. Out of bounds to the Warriors. And it looks like they're slowing things down maybe a tad. Flat. Crane. No good. Lomax went high for that. And then it's an over and back on the Warriors.
Yeah, Lomax went high for it, and he just overshot Trey Flat, who, as much as he can get up, he wasn't able to sky and grab that one.
On the year, the Warriors are averaging 76 points a ball game. The Crusaders 44.
They almost forced another turnover there, Bill, with the 5-second violation.
Lomax guarding Adair. Thebo. And they did force the turnover. Wide open. Trey Flat up and in for his 4th point of the evening. And then at the other end, foul's going to be on Caleb Crane. Oh, no, that's Brock Buckley. Buckley's called for his first. Going to the free throw line is number 32, Adair. And on the year, he is a 63% free throw shooter. And he put the hex on him. He missed it, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, whenever we talk about free throw percentages and stuff like that, it is almost always the broadcaster's jinx that happens there, Bill.
And Adair was able to sink the second one. It's now 9 for the Warriors. Three-pointer by Wilson. That's out of bounds to the Warriors. Just under 4 minutes to go here in this first quarter, and it's been all Warriors at 9-4. And if there was some shots that could have gone in, it could be a lot worse. Shot by Buckley is no good. He's fouled, but he'll go to the free throw line.
First, that's going to be on Berg, his first, team's second.
As Buckley goes to the free throw line for 2. And on the year for Buckley is a 78% free throw shooter, and he sinks the first one.
I'm like, now watch Buckley miss this one because you just said it, Bill.
And he did. So we'll talk to Scott Flatt after that and tell him that I put the broadcast jinx on him.
Yeah, I'm like, you have to explain to Coach Flatt about that one.
In the corner to Crane. Wing to Flat. Three-pointer. And no good. But they force a turnover. A jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Crusaders.
Yeah. Great job by Crane there. He saw these Warriors really get onto the hardwood, and when the Crusaders kind of fumble their basketball there for a minute.
And they're almost another turnover. Shot no good. Thebo with it. 3 by number 12, Cole. So it's a 3-point lead now for the Warriors. Buckley for 3. Tip, no good. And a forced turnover. Flat to Caleb Crane.
And that forces Scecina to take a 30-second timeout.
With that 30-second timeout, the Warriors have a 12-7 lead. And Justin, right now, the Warriors are shooting a lot of threes, and right now they've only hit one of the threes that they've taken so far. So here's my thing. If you live by the threes, you're going to die by the threes. You got to watch out now.
Yeah, and I'll agree with that to some extent, though. But on that last possession, Brock Buckley's three-pointer attempt in that corner was not a bad shot. He was open. He shot that ball with confidence. It just rimmed out. So, like I said, most of these shot selections by the Warriors have been very good shot selections, with the handful when they're trying to go a little bit too fast in their up-tempo game is when they kind of lose sight of the possession.
Into the Crusader lineup is number 15, Jackson Pruitt. Thebo with the ball, and he's going to try to get it across the court for the Crusaders. He did. Shot, no good. Ball's tipped around. And we're going to get a foul on the Crusaders.
So Pruitt checks into the game, and he immediately picks up his foul.
So that is 3 team fouls for the Crusaders.
It is indeed.
Wilson. Crane. Wilson. Flat. Drives the baseline. Tried to feed it to Crane, and no good. And Thebo picks it up.
Again.
Here come the Crusaders. Flat to Wilson. No good. And a forced turnover. Buckley. Flat. 3. Bingo. Trey Flat for 3.
Man, and Trey Flack caught that in stride, and he has a great shooting stroke there, Bill.
Lomax shot, got it. Going to go for the two-pointer. He makes it, and he's going to go for the old-fashioned 3.
Foul is going to be on Adair. And as we see this again, Lomax skies, and Adair just hits him with the body, able to get it up and one coming up for the Warriors. And it just seems like just a minute ago there, Bill, it was 10-7 in favor of the Warriors.
And Lomax misses the chance for the old-fashioned 3.
And it's going to be a foul on Wilson.
That's going to be his first and only the team's second. So you got a minute 40 to go here in the first half, or in the first quarter, and you're up 10 now, 17-7. Like you said just a few minutes ago, it was only a 3-point lead for the Warriors.
And that just shows what kind of pressure, or what kind of results this pressure by the Warriors get.
Pruitt. Thebo. Baruch. Thebo, long 3, hit the front of the iron, no good. And here come the Warriors. Fast-paced Warriors. All the way over to Luke Shelton. Flat. And there's a 3-pointer by Graham Shelton.
So Graham Shelton not in the starting lineup, but contributing almost immediately coming off of the bench with that big-time 3.
And forced turnover, but then Scecina was able to force a turnover on the Warriors. And we got a foul.
Foul is going to be on number 34, Woods, his first, team's third.
Going to the free throw line now for the Crusaders is Keaton Thebo. And on the year, he's an 82% free throw shooter, and he makes it his first point of the evening.
So
Jaden Ashley, number 11, checks in for the Warriors.
So both teams now, Bill, with that made free throw, have gone over their season average in the first quarter. Covenant's at 20, Scecina's at 9, and Covenant can extend this lead a little bit with Luke Shelton on the line.
Luke Shelton goes to the free throw line now for the Warriors. On the year, he is a 67% free throw shooter, and he misses the first one. Chance for one more. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. And he makes the second one, puts the lead now at 21-9 for the Warriors. Here comes the press by the Warriors.
Scecina hasn't been bothered too much of breaking the press. It's when they get into this half court and scramble a little bit is where they lose control.
Thibault's shot, no good. Gets it out to Barolt. Now Thibault again. Drives inside the paint. Now we're going to get a foul on Luke Shelton. That's going to be his first and the team's fourth. Out of bounds to the Crusaders. Shot back up there by Long, no good.
Foul is going to be on Smith, his first.
The sixth team foul for the Crusaders. 6 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They just let the ball roll up. Long three-pointer, bingo, by number 11, Ashley. And that, folks, brings us to the end of the first quarter here at Covenant Christian with the score. The Covenant Christian Warriors 24, the Scecina Crusaders 9. You're watching Warrior Basketball, powered by Indiana SRN.
Hey, it's Keith Myers from Indiana Sports Radio Network. Well, thank you that you're watching the game tonight on Indiana SRN. If you would like to know more information about Indiana SRN, send me an email, coach@indianasrn.org. As vice president of this company, we hope that you sit back and enjoy the game. It's Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Welcome back to Covenant Christian. Let's watch this three-pointer by the Warriors here by Ashley.
And again, just able to find the open man was Tony Flatt. And I was going to say, Tony Flatt really didn't set up that well as they were trying to roll it in.
Right.
He kind of left it short on that roll in and forced them to pick it up maybe earlier than they wanted to. But Ashley was able to catch and shoot for that open three.
Great ball movement by the Warriors, but wasn't quite able to finish the job. But then it's stolen by Graham Shelton. Now the Warriors are up 26-9. And here comes the press against this Crusader ball club. Thibault with it. Drive, shot, no good. Right back up by Smith, no good. And finally rebounded by Buckley.
Official timeout. It's going to be an official timeout.
Yeah, official time. Here's this last replay of the steal by the Warriors.
And again, just great job by Graham Shelton to be in Smith's face as he was trying to find the open Crusader. Able to pick it and lay it in easily.
You had a 6'5" going against a 6'8", and your 6'5" guy won. Three-pointer by Ashley again, no good, and rebounded by Smith. Here comes the trap by the Warriors. Shot no good. Smith puts it up and in. That's Josiah Smith's first 2 points of the night. Now it's 26-11, the Warriors. Graham Shelton for three. It's going to be Tony Flatt was called for the foul. His first. Thebo to Barot.
And Scecina is going to have to play a little bit smarter here, Bill, as they have 16 fouls to their name. Next one puts the Warriors in one in the bonus.
Lomax to Ashley, up and in, and Ashley now with 5. Smith, and he traveled. So out of bounds to the Warriors with 6:02 to go here in the first half. And, you know, Covenant took the early lead and have not relinquished.
No, they haven't, and it's just been great ball movement by the Warriors all night, not allowing themselves to get trapped in this 2-3 trap that Scecina is running for very long.
Lomax, Butley, Tony Flatt for 3, got it. And that's Tony's first points of the night. Here come the Crusaders. Turnover. Ashley had the ball tipped, and there's going to be a foul on Mason Barut. Barrio. Here's the last three-pointer by Tony Flatt.
Mason Barrio for the Crusaders. Jake Nash will be the line shooting 2 for the Warriors.
So that foul puts Covenant Christian in the bonus, but Ashley will shoot 2 because the referee said he was in the shooting motion. And Barrio picks up his second personal foul, so he's going to have to sit here for a little bit there, Bill.
Yeah, and when you look at Jordan Ashley, too, he is a 57% free throw shooter, and he was able to sink the first one. And he's going to sink the second one because I said something. What to tell you, huh?
You got lucky.
33-11, the Warriors. Now we're going to get a foul on Tony Flatt.
Yeah, that one, and now Tony picks up his second personal foul. Next foul puts the Crusaders into the bonus. So with 5 minutes plus left to go, both teams are going to be in the bonus on every foul now, Bill. That's really big.
Adair into Long. Long looking for some help. Gets it to Thebo. Pulls up, 15-foot jump shot, no good. The ball's tipped around, and Buckley with the rebound. Long outlet pass to Ashley, and he couldn't handle it, and it's out of bounds to the Crusaders.
Both teams have been playing pretty sloppily here in the last couple of minutes, but that long pass to Lomax, he was able to corral it just for a second and then pass it off to Ashley, who was more secured in bounds and just was not able to get it as we get easy layup missed by Adair.
An easy bunny for the Crusaders. Lomax at the other end. Shot, no good. Fouled. Will go to the free throw line. Man.
Foul is on Scecina, number 32, Leighton Adair. That's his first foul.
Okay, they have Adair as his first foul.
Lomax's first free throw is no good. So it's 33-11. Lomax with one more. 4:54 to go, first quarter, or first half. Oh, what a pass. Laying on the floor. Drives. Back up by Woods. No good, and he's fouled. Jackson Pruitt. Second foul on Pruitt. And Woods goes to the free throw line for the Warriors. And he misses the first.
That one was halfway down and just decided to pop back out, Bill. You really hate to see that when you're a shooter. It kind of just messes with your psyche just a tad. But we all know what kind of mental game basketball is, as well as physical. As he misses that one, even worse.
With that miss, Justin, I got him down now for missing 7 free throws in this first half. We don't want to remind our watchers or listeners and the people that are watching tonight to pay attention to our sponsors. You can see them down in the lower left-hand column of your TV there. Drive by Wilson. No good. Fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Thebo's called for his foul. That's his first. And Michael Wilson goes to the free throw line, who's not scored yet tonight. And still had it.
0 for 3 from the floor, 0 for 1 from the free throw stripe there, Bill.
And he sinks the first one, so he got the lid off the bucket for Wilson now. The Crusaders inbounds the ball. And they work their way across the timeline. Trey Flatt back into the lineup for the Warriors. Long shot, no good, tipped around. Woods with the rebound. Up to Wilson. Crane. Flatt. Trey. Buckley for 3. Nothing but net. And now it's 37-11.
And here's the biggest thing here from first quarter to second quarter that I've noticed that Covenant's been able to do is hold Scecina to one-and-done possessions, just like that one.
And Buckley with the rebound. He'll take it coast to coast to put it up and in.
Yeah, the Warriors have been able to hold the Crusaders to one-and-done this whole quarter so far. Now, we're only halfway into it, and that's their first second chance shot there by Smith, who misses.
So here come the Warriors looking to add to it. 3 by Crane, no good, and rebounded by Thebo gave Woods like a little elbow, but no call by the official.
Jump ball possession error is going to go to the Crusaders. But let's go ahead and see this last 3 again. Good ball movement by Trey Flatt, able to find Brock Buckley, who shoots it from NBA range there, Bill, and able to drain it.
What I liked about that was Flatt was going into the paint, looked in, all the defenders went that way, Buckley was wide open.
Yeah, he was just seeing Brock out of his peripheral vision and decided to give him a shot, and it paid off big time there.
There goes Berg up and in for his first 2 points of the night. Trey Flatt in the corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Shelton. Luke Shelton. Wilson pulls up. inside three-point line, and Berg with the rebound for the Crusaders. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Smith up and in for the Crusaders. And Trey Flatt.
Baseball style pass there to Trey Flatt, who was in the corner, and he was just able to make one cut and lay it in easily.
Ball lost. Trey Flatt up, and 2 more for Trey Flatt. 43-15. The Warriors over the Crusaders. Smith. Drive, shot, up and in. I didn't think he kind of lost the handle.
That was the luckiest 2 points that Josiah Smith is going to have.
Three-pointer by Luke Shelton, no good. And the Crusaders with it now. As we approach the 1-minute mark here in the first half, all Warriors 43-17. Flatt trying to force a turnover. Driving the lane is Adair. Trey Flatt puts it up and in. Nice body control by Trey Flatt on that one.
Yeah, the Warriors Adair had his feet planted, ready to take the charge, and Trey Flatt able to adjust himself in the air to avoid the body contact and lay it in. And a
turnover?
10-second violation against the Crusaders.
Couple of subs coming in for the Crusaders. Josiah Smith takes a seat for Scecina. Flatt has the ball with 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Drives the baseline, puts it up and in.
That's Trey Flatt's 4th consecutive made basket here in this quarter.
And the ball is out of bounds to the Warriors. Trey Flatt in this quarter, 8 points.
15 overall in this first half.
And he averages about 22, 23 points a game.
My goodness.
Flatt. Shot by Crane, no good. And that's the end of the first half. With the score, the Covenant Christian Warriors 47, the Scecina Crusaders 19.
Yeah, and it's really been all Covenant in this first half, Bill. It's just been an onslaught of that pressure into a trap once Scecina is able to get it into the half-court set, and forcing turnovers has led to a lot of these Warriors baskets.
If you're Coach Scott Miller of Scecina, what do you tell your team at halftime?
Can't be too rattled inbounding the ball. Keep your composure. Find the open man, because if they're going to be trapping you in the half court, there's got to be an open guy down the floor, and then you have the numbers after that point.
Well, again, we're at halftime here at Covenant Christian with the Warriors in the lead over the Scecina Crusaders, 47-19. You're watching Warrior Basketball, powered by Indiana SRN.
Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
This is a place of becoming. I grew up spiritually here. This place is a gem of Christian community, not just for churches and not just for schools, but for Christians coming together and dialoguing and truly learning and truly engaging culture.
This idea of the relationship with a student and the relationship with God, it's the most important thing in what we do in every single subject that we teach.
We want Covenant to be a place where they are challenged in their faith here in a safe environment where questions are welcome, but we ultimately have faith in the gospel.
The model of Covenant is that all teachers are Bible teachers, that all the teachers are mentors and spiritual leaders. And we've always hired teachers that care immensely about their students and not just about their intellectual life, but about their spiritual life.
The kind of education that Covenant is providing, both intellectual but also deeply spiritual, practical, theology that changes the way that students live. The gospel is the message that changes everything.
We're not just trying to master the truths, but to receive them that we would be changed.
Do you want to have a thinking faith? Do you want to have a curious faith? How about a charitable faith? We need students who understand their faith and not who just understand it intellectually, but who have a zeal, a personal zeal for Jesus.
We are pursuing concrete answers to everything always, to be right, but to live in right relationship. Not just be right, but do rightly.
Our model of education, our pursuit of learning, is not just about preparing students to serve, though it is that. It's not just preparing students for rigorous academic endeavors, which we hopefully do that as well. But we know that at the heart of it all, and the thing that matters most to us is that their lives are changed.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Welcome back to Covenant Christian High School. The Warriors with a 47-19 lead over the Scecina Crusaders in its 51st year of publication. Hoosier Basketball Magazine. Check out this year's magazine covering the whole state and the teams that we love. Follow Hoosier Basketball on Twitter at Hoosier Basketball at HBB Magazine. Check out Hoosier Basketball. Thank you to Kip for putting that publication out. I got to get to the newsstand and pick up my cover or my copy because I've not got a copy yet of the Hoosier Basketball Magazine.
I have to do the same.
So, with that, Justin, you got some halftime totals for us?
I do. Let's just start for the Covenant Christian Warriors. Luke Shelton, 0 for 1 from 3, 0 for 1 from the field as well, 1 from 2 from the free throw line. The big one here is Trey Flatt. He went 6 for 7 from the 2 points, 1 for 3 from the 3-point line. And if you're also a Covenant Christian fan, Brock Buckley went 2 of 3 from the floor, 1 of 3 from behind the arc. The only downside is Micah Wilson, who is 0 for 4 total from the field and the floor, and 1 of 2 from behind the stripe. On the flip side, for the Scecina Crusaders, Adair is 1 of 7 from the floor. Jedediah Smith is 3 of 7 from the floor. And that is basically your whole scoring right there is Mr. Smith. Cole is 1 for 4 from behind the arc, and Long is 1 for 1 from behind the arc. So that's how Scecina has tried to stay into this game, is by shooting the 3, at least in the first quarter. Cole missed the only two attempts that Scecina had in the second quarter.
The one, I look at Scecina right now, Justin, and the person that they're missing right now is Keaton Theobald. He averages like 13 points a game, and
He's only taken 1 shot.
And I've only got him for 2 points. In this ball game, he's got the.
Oh yeah.
He's got the 2 free throws is the only ones that he's made.
Sorry, I was looking at Barreau. He has only taken 1 shot. Theo is, like I said, 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 1 from behind the arc.
And we're underway here in the second half, and the Warriors have the ball. Wilson, 3, no good, and rebounded by Adair. Up to Theo. And the shot was blocked. Wilson with it. Had Flat on the fast break. Couldn't get it to him. Now he does. Into Buckley. Drives the baseline. Kicks it out to Crane. Crane, 3, no good. And picked up by the Crusaders.
That shot by Caleb Crane was halfway down and popped back out there, Bill.
Thebo shot no good. Buckley with the rebound, and here come the Warriors. Lomax, Wilson, flat, drives the baseline, puts up a shot, no good. The ball's tipped, and Smith comes down with the rebound, kicks it out to Adair. Now to Long. Long. Theo puts it up and in for his first 2 points of the evening. 47-21. Buckley to Crane. And Crane puts it in for his 7th point of the evening.
Great job by Brock Buckley to ball fake and find Caleb Crane underneath the basket almost immediately.
Loose ball. Smith's got it, puts it up and in. And Josiah Smith now has 8 points. Trey Flatt, 4-3 in the corner, and nothing but net gives him 18 for the evening.
And you mentioned it, Bill. Trey Flatt averages about 22. I'm going to say it's safe to say he might pass that tonight.
Tebow, left-handed dribble, drives in, left-handed shot, no good. Back up and in by Adair. And the Crusaders were able to force a turnover on the Warriors.
Trey Flatt skies.
To Micah Wilson, up and in.
Micah Wilson's first field goal of the evening, Bill. Let's see if that gets him started.
Tebow inside the three-point line, no good. Smith with the rebound, up and no good. Here's this last alley-oop by the Warriors.
And again, it all started with Trey Flatt skying to grab it, and then right into an easy lay-in for Micah Wilson. Now for Scecina, that was a Smith here who's at the line. He did the smartest thing that you could, and as soon as he got the second chance opportunity from the missed shot by Theo, is he kept it up high and forced Michael Wilson to foul him.
And Wilson picked up his second foul on that. Smith sinks the first free throw and misses the second one. Wilson at the other end, no good, and we got a foul on the Crusaders, and it's going to be on Tebow, and that's his second. And Michael Wilson goes to the free throw line.
He's 1 for 3 from the line so far, Bill. So it's not Michael Wilson's night, but with the type of night that Trey Flatt and Brock Buckley are having, you can afford to be off once in a while.
You know, that's the thing with this Warrior Ball Club. You can have a night off, but there's 4 other players out there that will pick up the slack for you. And you even got the players coming off the bench like the Sheltons, another Flatt and Tony Flatt. Devin Woods comes into the ball game. And Adair able to get the ball across court. Tebow with 3 and nails it.
That wasn't just NBA range there, Bill. That was Steph Curry range.
And the Trey Flatt shot no good. And he comes out with it. He had it, lost it, then got it back. And now there's going to be a foul. And it's going to be on Tebow. And that's his third foul. And I believe Scott Miller is going to replace Tebow, and he does take a seat coming into the Crusaders now.
Well, you almost have to with now Tebow, Pruitt, and Moreau all with foul trouble.
And Brock Buckley hits a big three-pointer. Kicks that lead up for the Warriors at 58. to 29.
Doubling up on the Crusaders are the Warriors.
Cole into the lineup for the Crusaders. The ball's tipped out to Trey Flatt, goes up, shot, good, he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Trey Flatt almost had to make that shot, Bill, because not because of the foul, but just the fact that he looked back almost teasingly on the Crusaders. If that ball doesn't go in, like right here, you see him look back just briefly to see where the defenders are, but the fact that he looked back at all, you have to make sure that you make that shot if that's what happens. And the foul is going to be on Pruitt, his third.
Trey Flatt goes to the free throw line. He's an 84% free throw shooter from the line.
Now let's see him miss this shot.
And he has not been there yet tonight.
That's why I say that. And again, you'll have to explain to Coach Flatt why his team's missing free throws if he misses this one, Bill. I think Trey just saved you.
And he put it in. So kicks the lead now at 61-29. The Warriors, 3:50 to go in the third quarter. They get the ball inbounds to Berg. Almost over and back, real close. Berg drives, picks up his dribble. Gets it to Adair. Adair pulls up, three on the way, back of the iron, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Graham Shelton, out of bounds to the Crusaders.
See what this stoppage in play is all about, Bill, because is it just the chatter going on between Covenant and Scecina?
Well, the official went over to the scorers table.
Problem with the uniform, maybe? That's the only thing I can think of.
And the Warriors force a turnover. Graham Shelton. Shot no good. Rebounded by the Crusaders. Cole up. No good. Shot back up and in by Jaden Long. Micah Wilson's called for his third foul. Jaden Long's a 75% free throw shooter for the Crusader Ball Club. Tony Flatt comes back into the to the Warrior lineup.
Tony Flatt has to be careful there now too, Bill. You replace Michael Wilson, who picked up his third foul there, and Tony Flatt has 2 fouls himself, so swapping foul trouble for a little less foul trouble as Cole is going to pick up his first foul.
Foul number 12, Joe Cole. That's his first foul.
First foul on Cole. Out of bounds to the Warriors. Tony Flatt. Left-handed dribble, picks up his dribble. Kicks it down low to Woods, back to Tony, 3 on the way, got it. Tony's second three-pointer of the night.
His second shot of the night, both of them being threes, and he's made both of them.
64-31. Cole drives, left-handed shot up and in. Nice move by Cole. 3 by the Warriors, no good. Last touch by the Crusaders. It'll be out of bounds to the Warriors.
I think Ashley will stop shooting that 3 for a while there, Bill. He missed it long, and he was just looking at his hands like, what just happened?
I'm sure Coach Flatt's going to tell him, we don't need no more threes right now. Tony Flatt. Over to Graham Shelton. Woods to Flatt. Ashley. Down low to Woods. Twists and turns, puts it up and in. Nice move by Devon Woods as he backed his man down into the paint area, did a little move on him and put it up and in. Here's this replay.
And are they going to say it was on 35 or 32? They give it to Deere, his second.
And Woods goes to the free throw line.
That could have been on Berg there too, Bill. Both of them right there on the play. But again, yes, Woods just able to back down his defender in Berg and turn and lay it in with ease. Misses the three-point play opportunity, though.
66-33, the Warriors. There's going to be a foul on, I believe they're going to get on Devon Woods.
It is.
That's his second foul.
It's going to be his second foul. And Thiebaud goes to the free throw line for the Crusaders and sinks the first one. And again, on the year, he's an 82% free throw shooter. Sinks them both for the Scecina Crusaders. Tony Flatt pulls up three. No good. Rebounded by Long. Thiebaud. Thought about it, pulls inside three-point line, shot no good. The ball's tipped and last touched by the Warriors, and we got a Warrior ball player down on the floor now. That is Luke Shelton.
Yeah, that's Luke Shelton, and well, really quickly, Bill, we talked about in the first half how Thiebaud only had 2 points going into the third quarter of play, and so far he has 7 points already in this third quarter, and the crowd giving us the response of, so he's at least up. He's not putting any weight on his left leg, so let's hope that he is.
Yeah, let's just hope and pray that everything's good with Luke Shelton now. If we get an update on his injury, we will pass that along to you. In the meantime, the ball's out of bounds to the Scecina Crusaders with 1:42 to go here in the third quarter. Three-pointer on the way, no good, and it's last touched by the Warriors. The three-pointer was by Cole.
Cole is now 1 of 5 from behind the arc, Bill.
And that ball was tipped, and the Warriors come away with it. Tony Flatt. No good, and rebounded by Long.
Again, Ashley had the right idea. Tony Flatt just led him a little bit too much, and he had to make a jump stop and then couldn't put enough effort into the into the layup.
Tony Flatt to Woods, and last touch by Josiah Smith. Under a minute to go now here in this third quarter, and it's the Warriors over the Crusaders, 66-35. Thiebaud comes back into the Crusader lineup. Tony Flatt will inbound, do the honors to Woods on an alley-oop type play, and it didn't work, and now we got an injured Crusader. I believe it's going to be Josiah Smith. And he gets up and
he's walking under his own power gingerly. He has to come out because they stopped play. So he'll be subbed out. Hopefully he can get some attention and be back into this ball game. because Scecina really needs him out onto the floor. Again, he has 9 points here in this ball game. And he's leading the way for the Crusaders.
Aaron Halliburton has lost the ball for the Crusaders and out of bounds to the Warriors. You talk about Josiah Smith and Luke Shelton, you know, it is always safety first for these ball players. Ashley to Woods. Over to Fulbright. Tony, and he's going to be fouled. By number
5,
Barrio called for the foul, his third. And Tony Flatt will inbound the honors for the Covenant Christian Warriors.
And again, Bill, it's always nice to be here on Andrew Smith Court as we are tonight, you know. And these Warriors have really played up to Andrew's legacy that he was while he was here at Covenant.
Yeah, Andrew Smith was quite the ball player for the Warriors and for the Butler Bulldogs. There's a turnover. Tony did a acrobatic kind of save,
yeah,
but couldn't get the shot off before the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3 here at Covenant Christian, the score, the Warriors 66, the Crusaders 35. We'll be back for the fourth and final quarter. You're watching Warrior Basketball, powered by Indiana SRN.
More fixing, more finding, more being original. Unique like this, trendy like that. More designing this, arranging that. More saving, and then more making it happen. More of your space looking like this, and more of you feeling like that. More excitement, more savings, more furniture, more rugs, more flooring, more affordable luxury from RG Decor.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the Indiana SRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back to Covenant Christian. Justin, you got some schedule for us for next week.
We are very busy next week, Bill. We have 12 games on the docket starting on Monday with Lebanon at Guerin. And then Tuesday we have Trinity Lutheran at GCA, Traders Point at Washington, Covenant at University, Hauser at GCA. Covenant and University and Hauser GCA were on Thursday. Friday we have Heritage Christian, Washington, Harrison and Tech, Chittard and Guerin, and then Saturday GCA at Lutheran, GCA boys at Shortridge, and then Heritage versus Covenant next Saturday night.
So if you love basketball, and if you're watching, you know you got to love basketball. Tune in to Indiana SRN. We've got a ton of basketball for you.
10 of those games are right here on YouTube. Again, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to become one of our 1,000+ subscribers. We are growing very steadily here on YouTube, Bill.
And I believe the foul was on. Jalen Long was called for the foul, and Caleb Crane goes to the free throw line for the Warriors. And he misses the first. Coach, can't blame that one on me. He didn't say anything about his percentage. Caleb Crane with one more. Missed them both, and Trey Flatt with the rebound. Shot no good. Here come the Crusaders. Thiebaud drives, shot no good. Ball's last touched by the Warriors and out of bounds to the Crusaders. You look at these two ball clubs, Justin, for the Crusaders. Their next ball game will be January the 9th at Indianapolis Ritter. And that's a 7:30 start for the Covenant Christian Warriors. And you already talked about this. January the 7th at University, 7:30 start on that one. And ball was almost saved by Thiebaud, but out of bounds to the Warriors. They'll maintain it under their own basket. 6:54 to go in this one.
And University comes into that game 6-3 on the season. While it seems more than evident that Covenant's going to come out 8-0.
Foul number 34, Josiah Smith.
Josiah Smith's called for the foul. In its 51st year of publication, Hoosier Basketball Magazine. Check us out. This year magazine covering the whole state and the teams that we love. Follow Hoosier Basketball Magazine on Twitter at Hoosier Basketball at HBB Magazine.
Again, you and I got to pick up our copies here shortly.
And Buckley, did he make both of them?
He did. He's 3 of 4 from the line.
Brock Buckley. Thiebaud now for the Crusaders. Puts up a shot, no good, and rebounded by Mr. Buckley himself. Flat, Lomax, 3, no good. Loose ball, last touched by the Crusaders and out of bounds.
That's Lomax's first shot in the second half there, Bill. He's only had 3 the whole game.
He was kind of a game time decision, and he was in the lineup, but he's kind of struggling from the field tonight. The ball is touched by the Crusaders and out of bounds to the Warriors.
And again, it's not like he hasn't been getting his touches. He has. He's just been facilitating a lot more here tonight, along with Trey Flatt. You know, we were talking that he was going to surpass his point margin when he hit his 18th point on that and one opportunity. He's only taken 1 shot here in this fourth quarter.
Trey into Wilson. Buckley. And there's a steal by the Crusaders. Up and in by Adair. Wilson drives the baseline. Feeds it to Lomax. Up and in. So now it's 70-39. Long 3 by Thiebaud. No good, and rebounded by the Warriors. Behind the back pass. Shot by Crane, and it's no good. I believe we got a foul on the Crusaders. 5:36. Barrio called for the foul. That's going to be his 4th. Caleb Crane, number 22, goes to the free throw line. Crane sinks the first one. Ashley comes in as Brian Lomax takes a seat for the Warriors. You know, and Justin, with the virus that we've been dealing with for several months now, it's nice to see that these young men and young women are out playing sports.
It really is, Bill. And again, in this unprecedented season, we've been able to get through a whole fall series, crown a volleyball, cross-country, soccer, and football championships. Let's just hope that we can crown a basketball championship here this year. We had just gotten out of sectionals when this virus hit in earnest here in the state.
And now there's a lot of sloppiness going on. Ball's tipped around, and what a save by Trey Flatt. And a reverse shot by Buckley that went in, and he got fouled. He'll go for the N1.
And again, let's just see this. It starts with Trey Flatt saving it right there and then getting it out to Crane, who finds Buckley, and Buckley up and under for the field goal.
I believe Adair was called for the foul on that.
He was. That's his third. Again, now Covenant is in the double bonus situation here for the last 4:45.
Buckley sinks the N1. And Buckley will take a seat along with Micah Wilson. Looks like number 2, Graham Shelton's checked into the Warrior lineup. And we'll pick up the other player here.
Still Trey Flatt.
Still Trey Flatt, all right. Drive, shot, no good, and Trey with the rebound. Shots up, no good. Loose ball on the floor. And that is Andrew Crane, who's into the Warrior lineup.
So we have 2 Sheltons, 2 Flats, and 2 Cranes here on the Covenant Christian roster.
There you go. Crane, Andrew with the ball, lost it. Loose ball on the floor. And the Crusaders, and I heard Scott Miller hollering, timeout, timeout, timeout. So let's see, is this a 30-second or a full timeout? Timeout, and we'll take a timeout also. You're watching Warrior Basketball, powered by Indiana SRN.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
Live back at Covenant Christian, Bill Ludlow, Justin Griffith. And the Warriors with a 76-39 lead. Shot by Thiebaud, no good. And he got fouled by Tony Flatt. That means Thiebaud will go to the free throw line for 3.
And Tony Flatt picks up his 3rd foul as well.
82% free throw shooter. He sinks the first one.
He's been perfect so far here tonight. 5 for 5.
Second shot is good again. And looks like number 35, Jack Fulbright, is into the Warrior lineup. Tony. Fulbright.
Find the new guy.
4-3.
He hits the 3.
Jack Fulbright's first 3 points of this evening. And you have 3:20 to go in the ball game. 79 Warriors, 41 Crusaders. Thebo. Back to Thebo, throws it up and in.
Come on, now get Andrew Crane involved in this. He's the only Warrior who has not scored that has played, Bill.
And now it's out of bounds to the Crusaders.
There's still 3:02 to get my dream.
Andrew Crane, we got to get him in the scorebook here. As we're under 3 minutes to go in this contest. Long shot, no good. Now we're going to get a foul on Andrew Crane.
Not how you want to get into the scorebook.
You got him in the scorebook, right? Not the way you wanted to, you're right.
Well, he also had a shot at 10th there as well, Bill, but yes.
Adair looking to inbounds.
Close to a 5-second call there, Bill. That would have been their 5-second inbound violation of the night.
Rowe. Adair puts it up. No good. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Foul number 11, Jaden Ashley for the Warriors. His first foul. Laying it at the line for the Crusaders.
Layden Adair, free throw line for the Warriors, or for the Crusaders. Sinks the first one. Was that foul on Ashley?
It was, yes.
I got him for one.
Yeah, that was his first.
All right.
Now Graham Shelton and Caleb Crane and Fulbright are the only Warriors who have played that have not fouled.
Adair's second free throw, back of the iron, no good. The ball's tipped around, and there
going to go to the Warriors.
Went hard to the floor, but these young men pop right back up. If that was me, I'd still be laying there right there on the floor. They get the ball into Tony. Now we got a foul on the Crusaders.
Foul number 12, Jono Cole. His second foul.
Cole was called for the foul. His second, and Tony Flatt goes to the free throw line for your Warriors. Tony's free throws up and no good.
Tony Flatt at the line, awaiting his second shot.
Okay, Justin, with all these missed free throws, you think you're going to be practicing free throws next week?
Just a little bit. Because, again, University is a very good ball club. You cannot leave points on the board when you play them. I was able to see them play Traders Point Christian Academy earlier, or last month, and they are very tough, very physical. And you cannot leave points on the board when you have the opportunity.
Aiden Crane, or Andrew Crane, called for the foul. Thebo at the free throw line, sinks the first one. And sinks both of them. That's why that young man's an 82% free throw shooter for Scott Miller and the Scecina Crusaders. Ashley, Tony Flatt, Woods, Ashley. What a twist and move there by Ashley. Puts it up and in. It's now 82-46. As we go now under the 2-minute mark here in this final stanza at Covenant.
3-point basket's going to be good. And a foul on the floor.
Foul, or the three-pointer was by Cole. Right?
Foul's going to be on Ashley.
But Leighton Adair's at the free throw line. Did they count the three?
They counted the three.
Nope, they say it's a 1-on-1, so it happened after the shot. And he misses the first. And again, the ball will go out of bounds to the Crusaders with 1:52 to go. Thibault for three. No good, and Woods comes down with the rebound for the Warriors. Tony Flatt.
Come on, get Andrew Crane involved.
Fulbright. Shot no good. Loose ball. Out of bounds to the Crusaders. To the dismay of some of the Warrior fans that are in attendance tonight. Thibault pulls up, shot, got it, good. He's been on fire here in this second half.
He really has. Being able to extend his shooting percentage there as Cole picks up his third personal foul.
As we walk to the going to the free throw line now for the Warriors as Jaden Ashley.
He'll shoot two.
And he missed the first one. He's 57% on the year. Second shot by Ashley is good.
Well, he's 57% on the year, but he's 75% tonight.
Here come the Crusaders now. Thibault with the ball. He'll pull up. Three-pointer on the way. Back of the iron, no good. And picked up by Fulbright. Fulbright to Flatt. Flatt across the timeline. Pulls up. Shot. Got it. Tony Flatt. Adair throws a shot up. No good. Rebounded by Woods.
And he's going to be fouled.
By Josiah Smith. Josiah Smith's looking at the ref, said, I had the ball. Should be a jump ball. That's going to be his third. As we make the trip down to the other end of the floor, ladies and gentlemen, for Devon Woods. And Woods will shoot two. First free throw is no good. One more for Devon Woods of your Covenant Christian Warriors. Second one. Got it. 45 seconds to go in this one. And the Warriors will run their record now to 8-0. Three-pointer, no good. And it went out off of Ashley, out of bounds to the Crusaders. The Crusaders, they'll go 3-6 on the year. And again, their next ball game will be at Indianapolis Ritter, January the 9th. Tip-off scheduled for 7:30. For your Covenant Christian Warriors, they're on the road at University on the 7th against University. Smith, no good, gets his own rebound. Back up and in by Adair. 86-53, Fulbright to Tony.
And you know what, Bill? The biggest game that I see on our schedule this week is going to be that Trinity Lutheran GCA game on Tuesday night where Steve McClure and Keith Myers have that call. We did that game last year, and it came down to the wire down at Trinity Lutheran. This one is in the Cougar Den at GCA.
So that's the horn, and that's the end of the ball game. The final score is Covenant Christian 86, Scecina 53. Justin, final thoughts on this game tonight?
I mean, Covenant Christian, as I said at the beginning of the game, this had all the tendencies of a trap game. Covenant Christian made sure that it wasn't. They jumped out to an early lead, and they led from tip-off to final horn by convincing margin, winning this one by 33 points.
And they got the most production out of Trey Flatt.
And 18 points for Trey Flatt, and he really showed it in that second and third quarter. He was kind of silent with 8 points, or with 7 points in the first quarter, 8 in the second, and then 5 in the third.
So, it was a nice victory for the Covenant Christian Warriors. Again, their next ball game, the 7th at University, 7:30 tip-off for the Scecina Crusaders. They'll be on the road at Indianapolis. Ritter taking on the Cardinal Ritter Ball Club. For Ben Woods, our producer, cameraman is Otto. And my partner, Justin Griffith, I'm Bill Ludlow. Until next time, goodbye, everybody.